Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am doing the complete build for the stools for this project. At the moment, I am cutting the pieces for walnut for the aprons. These will be cut down to roughly 8 inches. There I am cutting the tendons. Now, if you're going to be using table saw to cut tendons, do yourself a favor if you haven't bought one already and buy a table saw for that would accept a dado blade. Mine does not, and it is very time consuming. It would be a whole lot quicker for my projects to actually upgrade, and I'm looking to in the future. But I'm using my sled that I build to cut these tendons, just one cut at a time, man. Using my drill press and a 3/8 Forstner bit, I am drilling the holes for the mortises. I will have to clean them up with a mallet and chisel, but the Forstner bit does take the majority of that trouble out. With the chisel, I always try to do the very ends first. That way, as you're doing the sides of your mortise, it helps to keep from completely splitting through the wood. Now, basically all you're doing is breaking up your fibers, your wood fibers, and I always try to do however wide your mortise is. Like this is 3/8. I usually try to do a 3/8 chisel, and then for the length of the mortise, I get my 1-inch chisel and do quite a bit all at one time instead of just barely pasting it through. I had never thought to use my bandsaw to clean up my tendons before, but it worked really well. So this will more than likely be my go-to from now on. Alright, so I made a mistake. Our legs, the tops are cut on 5 degrees. It's a 5 degree on my miter and 5 degree compound. That way they've got a slant to them. So the sides of the legs are straight down along with the rest of the leg. My apron here, these should have been cut with 5 degrees when I cut the tenon. I didn't do that. So now I'm gonna have to take these and redo them. Luckily I didn't glue them before I realized what I'd done, but we are gonna fix it before we put the tops on. The tops are back here already clamped up. It's gonna be red oak. Gonna look very good. I just got to get to that point yet. So I'm gonna fix these and hopefully we will get these done today. So there's that. After realizing my mistake, I went through and remade those aprons all over again. I didn't film it because I'd already filmed before, so it just made sense to keep that part of the video. These aprons have a 5 degree tenon on them to help with that angle, help keep them straight. And it helped. It looks really good once it's complete. I glued in a little scrap piece of brace. It was actually the old aprons I had made. I cut them down to help keep the chairs square, and each one of them is individual cut. So I would stick it in there as I was gluing up. I would mark, cut it on a 45, and then glue it and attach it with those clamps. So you can see as I go off screen, that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting it. Now with the stools drying, I went through and decided to cut the seat for these stools. This is red oak, which will, once it has oil on it, will look really, really good. I went through and cut them down to length the way I wanted, or down to width the way I wanted, and I'm using my skill saw and that big 12-inch big 12-inch square to cut down to length the way I wanted. After that, I went through my router table, as you see here, and put just a round over on all four sides, both sides of all four sides, so all 8 sides of this seat. If you haven't already and you enjoy what you see, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments or questions, please put them down in the comments. I'll be happy to read them.